However, I kept my thoughts to myself. Right now, asking him if he loves me is the last thing on my mind. What I need to do is to ensure that I am his good side so that he never considers leaving me. So I gave him a gentle smile and said, I trust you, Lucas. So I'll take your word. I will believe you. I made sure that me, being understanding, is clearly heard on my voice. Isang maliit na ngiti ang namutawi sa mga labi ni Lucas. Matapos kong sabihin ang mga katagang yun, hinalikan niya ako sa labi. Saka niya pinagdikit ang aming mga noo and uttered, Thank you for understanding, Selena. Thank you. I just smiled at him as a reply, as I assured myself in silence. It's fine, Anna. You won't fail. Your plan will succeed. Just focus, and you will eventually succeed. Makukuha mo rin ang paghiganting inaasam mo. Lucy! Tawag ko sa manager ni Maristela. Nang makarating ako ng kwarto kung saan naka-confine si Maristela, Lucy, who is standing near the closed door of hospital rooms, averted her eyes on me. Mula sa pagkakasandal sa pader, umayos ng tayo si Lucy. Lucas, buti naman nandito ka na. Aniya na makalapit na ako sa kanya. Good disguise, ah, komento niya, habang nakangiti ng titigan niya ako mula ulo hanggang paa. I am wearing a casual shirt, pants, shoes, a cap and sunglasses. Nakasuot rin ako ng mask, since I thought that just wearing the sunglasses won't be enough to cover my face. Pagkatapos kasing kumalat ng video namin sa restaurant, at nang maibalita na rin na inalis na ako sa posisyon ko sa MI, napakarami ng mga reporters ang hinahanap ako at nag-aabang para makakuha ng interview mula sa akin. So to avoid the reporters, I disguised myself. If you even call this disguising. Selena helped me with this as well. And speaking of Selena, I can't forget the way she looked when I left. I saw how worried she is, and I can't blame her considering our past. But as what I told her, she has nothing to worry about. I am only here to knock some senses to Maristela, and nothing more. After talking to Maristela, ay aalis din ako. I know I sound heartless, but I don't want to stay here for long, so that I won't cause any misunderstanding to Maristela and to Selena as well. Ngiti lang ang sinagot ko sa sinabi ni Lucy. Saka ko siya tinanong, How's Maristela? She's sleeping right now. Pero maya-maya lang gigising na rin siya. Maliit ang ngiti na sagot ni Lucy sa akin. Tumangutango naman ako. I see. Then I'll just wait here, I said, standing on the opposite wall. I was standing there quietly when suddenly remembered something. And oh, didn't you say that there was something important you wanted to tell me? Bigla namang nagulat si Lucy sa naging tanong ko, pero pansamantala lang ang gulat na nasa mukha niya dahil kaagad din niyong napalitan ng kaseryosohan. Nasiya namang ikinakunot ng aking noo, and for some reasons, bigla akong kinabahan. Tungkol doon, she paused. It's as if she's debating whether or not to tell me whatever it is she wants to tell me, until she sighed and closed her eyes. I am telling you this now because I don't know what you might tell Maristela once she wakes up. That would only worsen her condition. She continued as she opened her eyes. Mariin siyang nakipagtitigan sa akin as she told the biggest yet saddest news, which I wish I have never heard. Maristela had a miscarriage. She just lost her and your baby. And just like that, my ears were busted and my word came to halt. No, it can't be. It can't be real. It just can't. Pakiramdam ko, bigla akong nabingi matapos ang sinabing iyon ni Lucy. Tila tumigil din sa pag-ikot ang aking mundo. At maging ang pagtibok ng aking puso, ay tila bigla din huminto. I was rooted in place. I couldn't move nor say even single word. My eyes widened and my mouth remained slightly open as I stared at Lucy, who is also looking at me. Maristela had a miscarriage. She just lost her and your baby, Lucas. Tila sirang plaka na paulit-ulit sa aking isipan ng sinabing iyon ni Lucy. You're shocked. I was too. And so is Maristela. Pagsasalita ni Lucy. Habang ako hindi pa rin magawang makapagsalita. And so Lucy continues. Maristela was not aware that she was pregnant. If she knew, I am sure she won't be taking those sleeping pills. She won't starve herself. At hindi siya magiging pabaya sa sarili niya. Maristela has always wanted a child. She wanted to build a complete and happy family with you. But sadly, you don't feel the same way. I know I have no right to say this, but as someone who has been with Maristela since she started in his career, and has seen everything she went through, just to be with you, I couldn't help but blame you for everything that happened to Maristela. But of course, may kasalanan din naman si Maristela, pero mas malaki ang kasalanan mo, Lucas. You should have ended it the moment you got married. You should have strengthened your resolve to end it all with Maristela, where you still had a chance. Sana hindi ka nakinig kay Maristela. Sana pinigilan mo siya. Dahil alam ninyong dalawa na hindi tama dahil may masasaktan at masasagasaan kayong dalawa. But you did not. Instead, you used her. You used her love and obsession for you para makawala ka sa pagsasama ninyo ng dati mong asawa. Because you're not in love with Selena. And you don't want to be tied to her. You can say that you did all those things because you love Maristela. And maybe you did. But I know na alam mo na parte ng dahilan kung bakit ginawa mong kabit si Maristela ay para gamitin siya para makawala ka kay Selena. And now that Maristela has finally served her purpose, which was to make you an unmarried man, and you've had enough of her and have a new toy, you're throwing her away just like what you did to Selena. That's not true. Pagkontra ko sa mga sinasabi ni Lucy. Nang sa wakas ay nahanap ko na rin ang boses ko. Tumungo ako habang nakayuko ang aking kamao. Ramdam ko rin ang unti-unting pagkabasag ng aking puso nang sa wakas, magrehistro na sa akin ang sinabi ni Lucy. Nakunan si Maristela. Unti-unti naramdaman ko ang lungkot ng pagsisisi at panghihinayang. I loved Maristela. God knows how much I loved her. And that is the only reason why I love Selena. Because I want to be with Maristela, I said as my voice started to shake. Natahimik ang ilang sandali si Lucy bago siya bumuntong hininga ng pagkalalim-lalim at saka nagsalita ulit. Whatever. I really expected you to say this anyway. She then straightened her pose. All I am asking from you is once you go see and talk to Maristela, please be gentle with her and be considerate with her. Dahil iyang panghihinayang at lungkot na nararamdaman mo ngayon, masigit pa dyan ang nararamdaman ni Maristela. Hindi ako sumagot, kaya naman nagsalita ulit si Lucy upang magpaalam. I'll go to the cafeteria. May bibilhin lang ako. You can stay here, or just wait inside the room until she regains her consciousness. Bahala ka. Basta alalahanin mo lang ang sinabi ko. Be considerate about her feelings. At umalis na nga si Lucy. Habang nakapamulsa, leaving me na nakatungo pa rin. At halo-halo ang nararamdaman. Maristela was pregnant. I impregnated her, but she lost it. She lost it because of what I did to her. Dahan-dahan akong dumausdos hanggang sa tuluyan na akong mapaupo sa sahig. Ang aking mga palad nakatakip sa aking muka, habang nadarama ko ang unti-unting pamamasa ng aking mga mata. And before I knew it, my tears had already started to fall as I whispered solemnly, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, baby. Hindi ko alam kung ilang segundo o minuto ako nanatili sa labas ng kwarto ni Maristela. At tahimik lang na umiiyak. Nagdesisyon lang ako na pumasok sa kwarto nang pakiramdam ko, wala na ako may luluha pa. And so here I am right now, nakaupo sa isang silya na nakapwesto sa gilid ng kama, kung saan natutulog pa rin si Maristela. Nakatitig lamang ako sa kanya, napakahimbing ng tulog niya. Ngunit kahit napakahimbing ng tulog niya, mababanaag pa rin ang sakit at pagod sa kanyang muka, and my heart couldn't help but clench in pain as I stare at her. I knew I was going to hurt her when I decided to end the relationship and pursue Selena. But I never imagined it would be so bad that he would lose her unborn child. Our child. We lost our innocent unborn child. Napatungo ako. I can still believe this is happening. I can still believe I almost had a child and then lost them due to my selfishness. And while my heart's still grieving and my guilt and conscience are still daunting me, question and different thoughts have invaded my mind. Guilt had overtaken me, and I began to question my decisions. I began to wonder if going with Selena was the best choice. I can't even answer her when she asks if I love her, because I honestly don't know the answer to that question of her. Yes, I want her. I crave her. I always want to be with her. But is it true, love? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Naguguluhan na ako. Hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko. My mind is still thinking about what I should do when I hear Maristella's bed creaking. Nasiyang dahilan upang maiangat ko ang aking mukha mula sa pagkakatungo. Nang dumako ang tingin ko sa kama, kaagad na nagtama ang mga mata namin ni Maristela. Natigilan ako, ganun din si Maristela. Natigilan ako dahil hindi ko inaasahang magigising na si Maristela, habang si Maristela naman, tila natigilan marahil, dahil hindi niya inaasahan na ako ang pinakaunang tao na makikita niya. Ngunit makaraan lamang ang ilang minuto, ngumiti na rin siya. Isang ngiti na napakasaya. "Lucas, you're here," she said, cheerfully, though the smile on her face is frail. Sinubukan pa niyang bumangon, ngunit kaagad ko siyang pinigilan. "Huwag ka nang bumangon, humiga ka na lang," I gently told her as I stood beside her bed at inalalayan siyang makahiga ulit ng maayos. "Is there anything that you need? Do you need water? O baka nagugutom ka?" Sunod-sunod kong tanong sa kanya, ngunit hindi sumagot si Maristela. Nanatili siyang nakatitig sa akin. You're really here. I thought you won't be coming to see me," aniya, matapos ang halos isang minutong pagtitig niya lamang sa akin. Na para bang hindi pa rin siya makapaniwala na nasa harapan na niya ako. Kinuha ko naman ang upuan at pinuwesto ito malapit sa kama, saka ako umupo ulit. Isang maliit na ngiti ang binigay ko kay Maristela, then I asked her again, "How are you feeling?" Maristella's frail smile appeared again. "I was lonely just a while ago. Kala ko kasi hindi mo talaga ako pupuntahan. Pero medyo masaya na ako ngayon kasi nakita na kita. Kasi andito ka. That means you still care for me, right?" Hindi ko nagawang sagutin ang tanong na yun ni Maristela. Do I still care for her? I wouldn't be here if I don't care about her anymore. But my mind is still in turmoil right now. Naguguluhan pa rin ako sa kung ano ang dapat ko na gawin. I wanted to tell her that I do care for her because I really do. At para rin kahit papaano sumaya siya. But I don't want her to misunderstand either. Lalo na tuwing naiisip ko na sabihin kay Maristela na may pakailan pa rin ako sa kanya, ay bigla na lamang pumapasok sa utak ko ang nag-aalalang mukha ni Selena. Kung kaya't imbis na sagutin siya, pinili ko na lang na ibahin ang usapan at gawin ang pinakaunang dahilan ng pagpunta ko rito. Huminga muna ako ng malalim bago ako nagsalita. And just like what Lucy asked me, I tried to be as gentle, as considerate as I could be. "Why did you do that, Maristela?" Panimula akong tanong. "Why did you try to harm yourself?" Maristela's frail smile vanished in an instant when I asked her those questions, and she wore a sad expression. "How could you ask that of me when you already know the answer?" The guilt that had already subsided began to fill once more, and all I could do was call her name in a weak, frail voice. "Maristela." Nag-iwas naman ang tingin si Maristela. From staring at me, binaling niya ang kanyang tingin sa bintana na nasa kabilang gilid ng kama na kanyang kinahihigaan. She then began to speak. "I already told you that. You're the only one I have left. And that I won't be able to take it if I lose you. But you still left. Do you know how embarrassed and how shitty I felt when you and Selena left me in that restaurant while everyone was staring at me? I was furious with you. I was furious with you for suddenly ending our relationship. I was furious with you because it seemed so simple for you to discard me. But I was also lonely. I was lonely because the person I thought I'd spend the rest of my life with has abandoned me, as if I'm worthless to him. I was enraged, depressed, lonely, and in pain. I'm in great pain." Ramdam ko ang sagit sa nanginginig na boses ni Maristela na siyang nagdulot upang lalo ako makonsensya. Pero kahit anong sakit at lungkot pa ang dinulat mo sa akin, hindi ko pa rin magawang mag-ahit sa'yo ng lubusan, Lucas. Hindi pa rin kita magawang kalimutan. Kaya nga ilang beses kitang tinext at tinawagan, di ba? Pero wala pa rin ako narinig mula sa'yo. That hurt me even more. I thought I am really this unworthy of love. Does he really love me anymore? Is he sick of me? Did he get tired of me? I am really that easy to be discarded? Am I not really worthy to be loved and have a happy ending just like everyone else? Hanggang sa napuno na ng katanungan yung isipan ko. And I just couldn't take it anymore, Lucas. I wanted to forget everything. The pain and the loneliness. I wanted to get rid of all it. And so I did something na hindi ko nakakalaing labis na pagsisisihan ko pala. Maristela took a pause. Tila may bumikig sa kanyang lalamunan, making her unable to speak. I already know what she is about to tell me, and seeing her right now, having a hard time to speak about it, is like a punch on my gut. Ibinalik na ni Maristela ang kanyang tingin sa akin, ngunit nang makita ko ang lungkot, at kung paano mamuo ang luha sa kanyang mga mata, ako naman ang nag-iwas ng tingin. Hindi ko kayang salubungin ang mga mata niya na puno ng sakit at lungkot. I just can't. Ngunit kahit ako nakatingin sa kanya, ay pinipilit pa rin ni Maristela na magsalita ulit kahit nahihirapan siya dahil nagsisimula na siyang umiyak. I guess alam mo na, she said through her shaky voice. At kahit hindi ako nakatingin sa kanya, alam ko na sa kisame naman ibinaling ni Maristela ang lumuluha niyang mga mata. And with a crying voice, she continues to speak. Nagsisisi ako, Lucas. Sising-sisi ako sa ginawa ko. But I swear to God, hindi ko alam. Hindi ko alam na may buhay pala sa loob ng tiyan ko. Kasi kung alam ko lang, hindi ko naman gagawin yung ginawa ko eh. God knows how much I wanted to have a child. Ilang beses ko nang in-imagine yun eh. Us, being married and having kids. At yun na yun eh. I already had your child. Pero dahil sa kapabayaan ko, nawala siya sa akin. Nawala siya sa atin. At doon ay nagsimulang humagulhol si Maristela, making me feel the intense pain and regret that she's feeling. Na siyang dahilan upang maging ako, magsimula na ring umiyak. We both cried. We sobbed uncontrollably, as we both felt guilt and regret. I don't know how long Maristela and I cried. Ngunit nang tila maubos na ang mga luha namin ni Maristela, nagsalita na naman siyang muli, habang nakatingin pa rin sa kisame. Ganitong sakit rin kaya ang binigay natin kay Selena, Lucas. Ganitong sakit rin ba ang naramdaman niyo nun? Kaya, like me, she committed suicide too. And you know what? I couldn't help but think na maybe ito na ang karma ko. Maybe ito na ang karma nating dalawa sa ginawa natin kay Selena. Maybe this is karma's way of telling us how we fuck up big time. Karma. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe this is really what karma is. Pero ang daya naman ng karma na to. Bakit kailangan pati ang hindi pa sinisilang na anak ko nadamay pa sa karma naming dalawa ni Maristela? Our unborn child is innocent. But then, just like what Maristela said, maybe this is karma's way of telling us how we fuck up big time. And maybe this is also karma's own way of telling us na kailangan na naming ayusin ang mga buhay namin at itama ang mga naging pagkakamali namin. Hindi ko malaman, ngunit hindi ko mapalagay habang hinihintay ko ang pag-uwi ni Lucas galing sa ospital kung saan naka-confine si Maristela. I'm not sure why, but I have the uneasy feeling that things aren't going well. And despite it, I'm trying not to think about it. But I just won't go away. I look at my wristwatch. It's already 7 in the evening. And Lucas hasn't arrived yet. Tinawagan ko na siya. At wala na rin akong ginawa kundi mag-text sa kanya. Ngunit hindi niya ako sinasagot. It will be fine, Anna. I reassured myself as I walked back and forth in the living room. Lucas is so into you now. And this situation won't make him change his mind so easily. So relax. Everything is still under your control. I was still worrying as I walked back and forth when my doorbell rang, followed by a few knocks on the door, which caught my attention. Nagmamadali ko naman tinungo ang pintuan, thinking that It is Lucas, since I did not give him the key, and he didn't know the passcode either. Ngunit ganun na lamang ang gulat ko, nang buksan ko ang pinto at si Papa Roman ang bumungad sa akin. "Papa!" Gulat at mahina ang boses na sambit ko. I wasn't expecting him to come to see me. I know he's angry with me, and I know he didn't believe everything I said during my last night in the mansion. Even when I told him and Mama Olivia about my plan to leave the mansion, he remained silent. He didn't even send me off, unlike Mama Olivia, who despite not saying much stood outside the door as I and Lucas left. So seeing him right now in front of my condo is completely unexpected. Papa Roman's face is emotionless as he then asked me, "Can I come in?" I paused for a second before nodding and opening the door wide for him to enter. Pumasok naman si Papa Roman. Pagpasok niya sa kondo ko, agad niyang nilibot ang tingin as if he is inspecting my place. "Upo muna po kayo, Papa," I said. Saka ko iminuwestra ang couch na nasa living room. Doon naman natigil si Papa Roman sa pagtingin-tingin sa kondo ko at umupo na siya. "Gusto niyo po ba na maiinom?" Tanong ko sa kanya as I made my way to the kitchen. Ngunit iba ang sinagot ni Papa Roman sa akin. "I'm guessing Lucas is at the hospital right now with Maristela," he said in an emotionless voice na siyang ikinatigil ko. Muli ay gulat na nilingon ko si Papa, but Papa Roman did not even look at me. It's all over the news about what happened to Maristela and how she lost her unborn child. At doon ako nilingon ni Papa Roman. "Is what's going on right now enough to quench your thirst for revenge, Selena?" Nanlaki ang aking mga mata sa sinabi ni Papa Roman. He knew. Alam ni Papa ang plano ko. Paano? At kailan pa? Does Mama Olivia know as well? What about Lucas? Alam na din ba niya? I started to panic. Different thoughts, negative thoughts, started to fill my head again. Is my plan bound to fail from the start? Mula sa pagkakaupo sa couch, tumayo si Papa Roman. Tuluyan na niya akong hinarap. What happened to you, Selena? How did you change so much? Puno ng kaseryosohan na tanong ni Papa Roman sa akin. At ang tanong na yun ni Papa Roman ay nakapagpayukom sa aking kamao. I'm tired of all people asking me the same question over and over again. How could they ask me when they knew my story? They were aware of what happened to me. They were aware of what Lucas and Maristela had done to me. They knew what I had to go through. So how could they ask me that question as if they didn't know the extent of my pain and suffering? At habang nakayukom pa rin ang aking mga kamao, huminga ako ng malalim. Saka ko tuluyang matapang na hinarap si Papa Roman. You know what I've been through in the hands of your son and his mistress, Papa. So how could you ask me that question? Sobra nila akong sinaktan, Papa. Sinaktan at pinahirapan ako ni Lucas when all I did was love him and serve him as my husband. I did everything I could para lang matanggap niya ako bilang asawa niya. I did not even ask for his love, Papa. All I just wanted at that time is for him to accept me, acknowledge me, and respect me as his wife. Yun lang. Yun lang ang hinihingi ko sa kanya, Papa. Pero kahit yung katiting na respeto na hiningi ko sa kanya, hindi niya binigay. I was hurt. I was in pain. And I suffered. Aren't those reasons enough for me to give them a taste of their own medicine? Aren't those reasons enough for me to retaliate? I was simply returning what they had given me. I just want them to pay for what they've done to me. I just gave them both the karma they deserve. And you expect this to make you happy? You really believe your vengeance will make you happy, huh, Selena? Napaghiwalay mo na sila, Selena. Iniwan na ni Lucas si Maristela para sa'yo. Just like how he left you for Maristela. Lucas has already lost us, and am I, Selena? Maristela lost her jobs, her career, her credibility, and her dignity as well. At ngayon pati ang inosenteng bata na nasa sinapupunan ni Maristela, nawala na rin. So how do you feel? How do you feel about all this, Selena? Anong nararamdaman mo ngayon na pati inosenteng bata na nasa sinapupunan pa lamang ni Maristela, nadamay dahil dito sa walang kwentang paghihiganti mo? Was it satisfying, ha? Do you feel good? Or was it not enough? Do you want more? Gusto mo bang sa susunod? Ang buhay naman ni Lucas ang malagay sa panganib, ha? Ang kaninang puno ng kaseryosohan na boses at mukha ni Papa Roman, biglang napuno ng galit. Of course, he would be mad. I already said it. Papa Roman might be hard on Lucas, but it's because he wants the best for his son. Because he cares for him. Kaya ngayong nakikita na niyang naaargabyado ng anak niya, he finally made a move. Idagdag pa na nawala ang apo niya, na alam kong matagal na niyang inaasam. I know he has the right to be mad. I already expected this. Ngunit hindi ko pa rin mapigilan na hindi magalit. Pakiramdam ko kasi, ako ang sinisisi niya kung bakit nakunan si Maristela. I never told Maristela to harm herself. That led her to losing her baby. So why is he blaming me? It was Maristela who chose to overuse sleeping pills. It was her choice. So it's her fault that she lost her own baby. Siya ang pumili. At siya ang gumawa para ma-overdose siya sa sleeping pills. Kaya kung ano man ang kinahinatnan ng ginawa niya, kasalanan niya yun. Hindi ako. Matigas ang boses na sagot ko. Was it your fault, then? That you attempted suicide before, ha? Biglang tanong ni Papa Roman na ikinatigagal ko. Maristela chose to overdose on sleeping pills. How about you then? Wasn't it also your decision to stay with Lucas, even she's causing you pain? Wasn't it also your decision not to let go of him, even though you knew he was in love with Maristela and causing you nothing to put pain? Wasn't it also your decision to allow us to force you to marry, even if you and Lucas don't share the same feelings? Lucas and Maristela never asked you to commit suicide, Selena. You made a decision yourself. Ibig sabihin ba nun, kasalanan mo lang yon at sarili mo lang ang dapat mong sisihin, ha, Selena? Because if that's the case, wala kang karapatan na maghiganti sa anak ko at kay Maristela. I remained speechless. Gusto kong magsalita, ngunit tila may nakabara na kung ano sa aking lalamunan, na siyang dahilan upang walang lumabas na boses sa aking bibig. What Papa Roman said has pierced me like a needle. What he said bothered me. Something inside me tells me that the Papa Roman is right, but I refuse to acknowledge it. There are only two people to blame for all of this, and that is Lucas and Maristela. It's not me who killed their unborn child. Wala akong kasalanan. I just want justice for my sufferings, but I still want not to able to speak. Hanggang sa nagsalita na lamang ulit si Papa Roman. This is not you, Selena. This is not you. You were just blinded by your revenge. Nawala na ang galit sa boses ni Papa Roman. This time, naging malimanay na ang boses niya. He walked towards me hanggang sa makalapit na siya sa akin. Malaki ang kasalanan ni Maristela at Lucas sa iyo. You have all the right to be mad at them. You have the right to never forgive them. Pero sana wag mong hayaan na bulagin ka ng galit mo, anak. Revenge will never be the answer. And I know that deep inside you, Selena, you know it too. Revenge will never make you truly happy. Kaya sana, wag mong hayaan na tuluyan kang baguhin ng galit at paghihiganti mo. Huwag mo sanang hayaan na tuluyang mawala ang dating Selena na minahal at tinanggap namin. Because that old Selena is the best version of yourself. So please bring her back to us. Madamdaming saad ni Papa Roman. Saka niya marahang tinapik ang aking balikat. At ilang minuto muna akong tinignan bago ko tinalikuran at umalis ng kondo ko, leaving me still unable to speak. Hindi ko alam kung ilang segundo o minuto ako na nakatayo lamang. Kahit ng ilang segundo nang lumipas mula nang lumabas si Papa Roman, hindi pa rin ako makagalaw. I just stood in the middle of my living room, my eyes ringing with Papa Roman's words. Hanggang sa hindi ko na namalayan na unti-unti na palang tumutulo ang mga luha ko. Huwag mo sanang hayaang tuluyang mawala ang dating Selena na minahal at tinanggap namin. Because that old Selena is the best version of yourself. So please, bring back her to us. Those words hurt me a lot when they shouldn't have. I worked so hard to change myself. I changed because I believed that the old me was weak, embarrassing, unaccepting, and unworthy of love. Lucas had left me, after all. But there comes Papa Roman, telling me that the old me is better than the new me, and that the old Selena is the best version of myself. How could I not be sad and hurt and emotional after hearing that? I then began to question myself, habang sunod-sunod na ang pagtulo ng aking mga luha. Was changing myself a mistake? Mali ba na naging matapang ako? Mali ba na pinili kong maghiganti at hanapan ng hustisya ang mga sakit at paghihirap na dinanas ko kay Lucas at Maristela? Mali ba na hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin ako makalimot? Mali ba na kahit anong gawin ko, hindi ko pa rin kaya na magpatawad? Mali ba na hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin ako tuluyang nagiging masaya? Ako ba ang mali? Ako ba talaga ang nagkamali? Those questions made me sob even harder. I'm crying because I don't know what to do anymore. I'm crying because my mind is still in turmoil. I'm crying because I'm beginning to doubt myself after telling myself that no matter what happens, I'll carry out my plans and exact revenge. And here I am, doubting myself and my life choices. I couldn't stop crying. I kept crying until my knees gave out. At hanggang sa maglupagi na ako sa sahig, I kept crying until I couldn't breathe anymore. At nasa ganung posisyon at sitwasyon ako nang biglang bumukas ang pinto ng aking kondo. Na hindi ko nailak nang umalis si Papa Roman. Pumasok ang taong kaninang ko pang hinihintay, si Lucas.